All right, it is time to bring in another one of our much loved and treasured guests. You love him, but you want to be like him, but you can't. Our chef Gavin Foreman is back for 2023, and Gav, you did promise this morning that there would be no dish, which meant that I would not have the fear of eating something you wouldn't like. But you wanted to bring in an ingredient to talk about today.
Yes, because I absolutely love this.
All right, so for lovers of garlic, you have brought in some black garlic today.
Black garlic, yes.
All right, distinguish the difference.
So black garlic is cooked. It's like the whole bulb, and it's kept at a certain low temperature and high humidity. And what it does is it caramelizes and softens and changes the flavour inside the bulb. So when you crack it open, it's black, it's soft, and it's completely spreadable. It's also got a slightly different flavour.
All right, so I'll just break a piece of this garlic.
No. You're going straight for the garlic by itself first.
There's the sting in the tail, isn't it? That's fine.
Yeah, but
I can do that.
Yeah.
So while I'm eating,
it's more gentle. You just pop it in.
A bit more genteel, you reckon?
Yeah, and it's a softer. It's complex. The flavors are more complex, but they're softer. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it looks like either a half a sultana or a half a prune, but that's all right.
I didn't say it was attractive looking, but it's generally softer, and when you add it to your dishes, it's quite beautiful, and there's a sweetness to it, and almost a citrus at the end as well.
I reckon you could eat that just like that.
You can. It's because it's cooked. So while Mark was talking, I just spread it's completely spreadable straight out of the bulb.
Yeah.
And I just mixed it up with some butter and put it on some bread, and you've instantly got garlic bread.
Yeah, so some garlic butter or some black garlic butter.
Yeah. So my favourite thing to do with it is, instead of doing a mushroom sauce or something with a steak, is just mix up the black garlic with some butter, and just as your steak's resting, put it on the top. It's absolutely gorgeous. But it does elevate. It's not just garlic. What do you think?
Yeah.
You like it?
That's amazing.
Yeah? Yeah, you're actually stunned, aren't you?
Well, I thought for the first one, he was either going to bring something really nice or really horrible. You've just sort of gone completely off base.
Oh.
This is an amazing taste
sensation
right here.
It's one of my favourite ingredients. It comes from, it depends on who you talk to. The Chinese say they invented it. The Russians say they invented it. It's somewhere in Asia. But yeah, the low, I think it's 8-week process at a low heat and then just really high humidity, and it just caramelizes the inside of it.
Does it amaze you when you look at the history of foods, how things...
Oh, it's brilliant.
I mean, that may very well have just been through happenstance, through the temperature or the weather or the conditions that day. That's what they ended up with.
Somebody found it at the bottom of the pile and went,
Yeah.
I wonder if we can still eat this.
Yeah.
But I love the history of food. Stuff like that's just fantastic. And the black garlic, I'm not sure if it's a supermarket item. I think you may have to go to a specialty store, and you can't keep it in, say, your fruit bowl with your onions. It has to be in the fridge.
All right, so that's the one unique
Yes.
difference. It has to be.
It's a cooked product. So...
Super quick before I let you go, Christmas, New Year, holiday period, what was that all like?
It was busy. There was a different Christmas period this year. Normally, with what I do, there's a huge run up to Christmas, and everybody goes out for the Christmas parties. That didn't happen this year. It seemed to happen afterwards. So the week after Christmas, that's when we got our busy periods. The 2 weeks into the January, into the new year. It was good.
A little early, you probably before you made your way, and we were talking about unemployment and rates and all of that. And one of the things that did come up, particularly for your industry, was that the struggle is very real still to get staff so that you can open, to get bums on seats. Is that still very much a thing?
I'm going into this week and I'm 3 short. I know I've got 5 shifts at one venue that are not covered yet.
Yeah.
It's real, and it's from kitchen hands to head chefs to licensees. It's every position. Every position is open and available. Walk into your local pub, ask for a job, and you'll get one. There seriously should be no unemployment in this town when it comes to stuff like that. The jobs are there.
Yeah, well, according to numbers, we're below the state average. We're 2.8%, which is down from 3%. That's the state average. But you're right. There is work available for everyone. So how do we fix it in terms of our industry? How do we get it?
How do we do that? That's a huge question. From a cooking point of view, the first thing they'd have to fix is the TAFE system, because it's a little bit broken. It's gone from, it used to be 4 years and it was block release, and then it was 1 day a week, and now it's down to 2.5 years, 1 day a week, and it's the level is not there that was before. They changed it just before the Sydney Olympics to try and push, because they knew there was going to be a shortage. So they try to push through as many qualified people as possible, and it's never changed. It's a tough nut. Lots of people start as kitchen hands and don't go to TAFE, and they're just as, in my eyes, they're just as qualified as someone who's been to TAFE. They just don't have the piece of paper.
All right. So again, if you're looking for some work there,
Yeah, absolutely.
head to your local or head to somewhere where you know that they look after folks, and you'll get some work.
Absolutely. Kitchens are a fun place. They're a hard place to work, but they're also fun. And you bond over, silly things and like long hours, hot. It's
Man, I tried to sell it for you.
I know you did, but I like to be realistic about this.
That's true. Well, realistically, you've unpicked all the stitches we put in. Go and bond over some black garlic.
Yeah, get yourself some black garlic.
Gav, it's always a pleasure. Next time around, you'll be doing some of the fun party foods because you're hosting a
Super Bowl.
Party.
Can't wait. I was watching the first semi-final this morning, and I'm missing the second one being here talking to you.
Well, thank you for joining us, mate. We'll talk to you in a fortnight, all right?
All right, thank you.
There he is, our chef, Gavin Foreman, this morning with us at 2NURFM 103.7.
A broadcast service of the University of Newcastle.